As we all know, Booktube loves tags, and the internet loves tags, and people love tags. Everyone loves tags. But if you're like me, you suck at Booktube. And you get tagged in something, and you're really excited that you got tagged in it, and you really want to do the tag, and then time goes by, and before you know it, you haven't done the tag yet, and then you're tagged in something else, and then by the time that you're actually ready to do a tag, you're tagged in too many things that you don't know what tag to do, and you're just overwhelmed with tags. There's too many tags. So I found myself in this situation, and I thought, as I always do, I'm looking for the easy way out. I'm thinking, how can I cheat my way out of this, be able to accomplish a lot in a small amount of time, because that's my life motto. And so I came up with a solution, and I thought that other people might have the same problem as me, so I wanted to help them with their tag infestation in their inbox. So to combat that, I have created the tag backlog book tag, which is exactly what it sounds like. So, premise of the tag is simple. It is a combination of the tags that you have yet to do that you were tagged in one video. So essentially you just do a couple questions from each of the tags that you're tagged in. There's a couple extra things that you need to do in order to do this tag. The first thing that you need to do is you need to look the people who tagged you in the lens and sincerely apologize for letting them down and being horrible at Booktube. So, Craving Books, The Maddie Hatter, Literally Tara, and Chris Vigilante Reads. I am so sorry that I didn't do your tags to the best that I could, and that I didn't have time to do your tags because I was too busy watching Netflix. I apologize. I hope that you forgive me, and I hope that you accept this smorgasbord, is that a word, of tags as your tag. The second thing that you have to do as punishment for being lazy and not doing all of your tags on time is to say tag backlog book tag 5 times fast in order to embarrass yourself on the internet as a compensation, for not doing the tag. So, tag backlog book tag, tag backlog book tag, tag backlog book tag, tag backlog book tag, tag backlog book tag. Oh god. So without further ado, here are the tags. In the interest of time, I'm not going to explain what the tags are or the premise of the tags, so if there's one of the things here that you haven't seen before, haven't heard of, you can look down in the little bar thing, and I'll have the description of what each of the tags are, so you know. EpicReads tag. I picked a few questions from this tag, and I will answer them now. The first question that I chose is, if you ran into your favorite author on the street and you could say one sentence to them, what would it be? For this, I chose Steve Toltz, obviously. And if I saw him on the street, a realistic scenario would be probably me crying and like wrapping my arms around his legs and him walking and like dragging me along the sidewalk. Realistically, what would happen? But, I mean, if I could play it the way I wanted to play it, I would probably just walk up to him and go, yo, bump this, and that would be it. The second question I chose is if you could have one author and one character over for tea, who would you choose and what would you serve them? So for this, I chose Kurt Vonnegut and Gordon from Keep the Aspidistra Flying. I chose them. I'm kind of cheating when I chose this because I wanted to choose Kurt Vonnegut and George Orwell because I would love to, like, see them together. I think that would be really cool. But I had to choose one author, one character. And in my head, Gordon from Keep the Aspidistra Flying is the closest to George Orwell that a character is. So I chose him. So I kind of cheated. But, I mean, I guess I cheated on the whole tag, so what's a little cheat once you're already cheating? And I would definitely serve them nachos because nachos are the best and they're delicious and they bring people together and they stimulate conversation. If you're both picking at something, picking at the same plate and dipping, you can't help but bond in that situation. So that would be great. Final question that I chose is, what book made you a reader? When I was a kid, I read a lot because I was like really awkward and didn't really have friends. Can you imagine me awkward? No, never. That would never happen. And then, I don't know, I kind of got out of reading when I was like 14-ish, and I just kind of read Harry Potter and that was it. And then I didn't get back into reading until I was like 16 or 17. And the book that got me back into reading when I was around that age was Mad Shadows by Marie Claire Blaise, I believe. Yeah, it's essentially just about a dysfunctional family, and it's great. Sisterhood of the World Vloggers Award tag. First question from this that I chose is, what book do you recommend most often? And obviously, A Fraction of the Whole, definitely. I recommend that book to everyone. Have you read A Fraction of the Whole? You probably should. It's amazing. So this is me recommending you A Fraction of the Whole right now. If I'm not recommending A Fraction of the Whole to people, and it's someone who maybe like doesn't really read and is intimidated by the length of A Fraction of the Whole, then I generally recommend Animal Farm because it's great. I actually have it lent out to someone right now for that exact reason. So yeah, that's what my two levels of recommendations. Next question. Do you snack while you read? While I am a snack enthusiast, and no one loves a good snack more than me, I dream of snacking and reading at the same time. To me, that's the dream. So I always try, you know, I'll get all cozy with my book and I'll have my snacks, but I can never actually do both at the same time and read and snack simultaneously while having a great time. Either the reading suffers and I just end up snacking, or I get really into the book and then I don't snack. So ideally, yes, I would snack and eat. It's not that the snacks can't be around the books, but I'm just not coordinated enough to do that, unfortunately. Desert Island book tag. Which characters would you choose to be on the island with you? Firstly, I would choose Hermione Granger because magic. And then the second character that I would choose would be Doppler from Doppler by Erlin Lowe, because he's pretty used to, you know, living in the wilderness. So he seems like he'd be pretty handy and would know how to do things and stuff. Like he knows how to kill moose and eat them. So he'd probably be a pretty handy guy to have around. Playlist book tag. After you have completed a couple questions from each of the tags that you failed to do, you have one additional question to answer, and that is, which character would have done this tag better than you? Or which character wouldn't have had to do this tag in the first place because, you know, they're always on the ball. If that's too specific of a question, you can also answer the question which character's Booktube channel you would watch. For this, I chose Annie from Misery. She's the ultimate fangirl. She would definitely have done this tag better than me because she would be much more passionate than I am. Also, she seems pretty vigilant, so I have a feeling that she probably would have stayed on top of the tags, being the crazy fangirl that she is. And, you know, for the other question too, I would totally watch Annie's Booktube channel because, I mean, she knows what she likes, and she's not afraid to do critical reviews. The last thing you have to do is tag your friends who you think suck. I'm kidding. Help your friends out by tagging them in this and allowing them to have some ease on the tag tension. So I'm gonna tag a bunch of people down in the thing, but essentially, if you are overwhelmed by tags and you have too many tags to do, you are tagged in this video. You're welcome.